Kindergarten, it's Mrs. Payne. I'm back with some more work with phonics. Last week we talked about words that end with ug. This week we're going to be talking about words that end with ut. Both word patterns have short u in it, so we're going to continue with our work with short u. Okay? You know we start with our new sight words. So first, we're going to be talking about your new color words for the week. Okay? So our first word, if you look up here, is the word brown. Okay, you ready? Brown. Let's chalk it. B-R-O-W-N. Brown, brown. B-R-O-W-N. Brown, brown. B-R-O-W-N. Brown, brown. Okay, let's go across the way here. You see the word black. Black. Let's go ahead and chalk black. B-L-A-C-K, black, black. B-L-A-C-K, black, black. B-L-A-C-K, black, black. All right, I did have to do this one differently because white wouldn't show up on its own. Okay, so the next color word is white. The tricky part here, friends, do you see the sneaky H there? You don't hear it. Okay, let's go ahead and chop it. White, W-H-I-T-E, white, white, W-H-I-T-E, white, white, W-H-I-T-E, white, white. Great, and the last color word for this week is the word pink, okay, pink. Let's go ahead and chop it. P-I-N-K, pink, pink, P-I-N-K, pink, pink, P-I-N-K, pink, pink. Okay, and your other new words for this week, the first one is R. Okay, you recognize AR, that's our pirate noise, R. We've talked about that some in my room. So that won't be too hard. That E is just sneaky and silent, but there's only 3 letters. Let's go ahead and chop it. A-R-E, R, R, A-R-E, R, R, A-R-E, R, R. Okay, and your last new word for the week is the word they. And this word will actually show up when we read at the end of this slide, okay? In our story this week, there is the word they. So you can look for that later. Here we go. Let's chop they. T-H-E-Y. They, they. T-H-E-Y. They, they. T-H-E-Y. They, they. This one might be tricky for you just because if you look at those first 3 letters, they look like another word that you already know. Do you think of what that is? If I covered up that Y, T-H-E, the word the, right. So the only difference between the and they is that Y. So make sure if you see that Y, you know it is they. Okay? All right, here we go. My, like, to, come, go, the, a, I, this, for, here, where, me, one, see, he, you, two, was, what, up, down, do, look, put, want, we, out, who. Okay, great job with your sight words. This part should be a review for you because last week we did talk about the sound that short U makes and what our mouth looks like and what our voice is doing. So this should be a good review. Okay, when we say the sound that short U makes, like umbrella or look at how your mouth should be. Okay, think about what happens to your voice. Do you feel it vibrate? You should. Okay, your voice is on. I'm giving you the thumbs up. Your voice is on for the sound. Okay, this will be the last time we get to do this. So trace and say, short U says 3 times. U says U says U says Okay, and if you look at these on here, they're numbered. That's so that when you're making the letters, you know how your stroke should go. So when you're writing the letter U, you're going to make this hook first, and then you're going to do a straight line down. Okay, U, that's how it works. Okay, the umpire is under an umbrella. All right, this will also be the last time we talk about placement in terms of where we find in words spelled with just a U. Okay, you can find it at the beginning, like in the word umbrella, or in the middle, like in the word bug, ugh. Okay, we talked about not finding that short U sound made by a U at the end of words. Okay, all right. So now I'm going to ask you to listen as I say some words. Oh, hold on. Backwards. There we go. Okay, as I say some words, if they have the sound in the middle, then I would like for you to stand up today. Monday, get wide awake, right? So if they say I want you to stand up. If they don't say you can stay in your seat. You ready? Okay. How about nut? Nut. What do you think? I hope you stood up. Okay. How about rig? Rig. Egg. Stay in that seat. That's not How about caught? This one could be tricky. Caught. Ought. At my mouth when I make that sound. That might help you. Ought. Just look like My mouth is a lot more open for That's a short O. Ought. So you should stay in your seat. Let's try another one. How about log? Og. Og. That's right. You didn't beat me. You didn't catch me. So you're going to have a short O sound, so you'll stay in your seat. Mrs. Payne's tongue-tied today. Short O's, you'll stay in your seat. But and sometimes sound a lot alike when we're talking. So a good way to check is to freeze your mouth when you're making that sound and look at it. If it's really open, like you're saying like you're at the doctor's, where it's making an O, you know it's short O. If it's only a little bit open, and it's a short U. Okay? All right, how about hit? It. Oh, stay in that seat. How about hut? Hut. Yeah, stand up. Good job. And the last one, shut. Shut. Yeah, stand up. Short U. Good job. All right, let's keep going. Oh, you don't need that much, huh? All right, go down here. Okay, here we go. All right, let's tap, 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 and blend. You ready? G, pug. G, mug. G, lug. B, bun. S, sun. G, rug. Rut. Hut. G, gut. Cut. Nut. B, butt. J, jut. Okay, this one's the challenge. You can tell with all the stars. Why do you think this one is our challenge word? How many letters do you see there? 1, 2, 3, 4. But I only see 3 dots. It's because there's only 3 sounds. Two of our letters are working together to make one new sound, okay? So SH, do you know what sound SH makes together? Shh, right? Shh. All right, let's go ahead and try it with that. Shh, shut. Very good. All right. Now we're going to read our passage. Before we read our passage today, though, I wanted to talk to you about some of the words in the passage that aren't easy for us to sound out. Most of these are sight words that you already know or are sight words that you will be learning in kindergarten. But I wanted to point them out before we read because it's not fair to ask you to sound them out. They don't play fair, they don't make the sounds that we think that they would. Okay? So let's talk about them before we read. Here we go. Was, like, the, out, of, want, they, said, do. Now, I did tell you that this new sight word that you got today is going to be in our passage, and there it is. Okay, let's say them one more time so you'll be ready for your passage. Was, like, the, out, of, want, they, said, do. Good job. All right. Move my picture out of the way here. Let's go ahead and read your passage. Now, since this is the first day with it, I am going to read pretty slowly with you, okay? You can look at our words here. You see a lot of them have pink U's and they're underlined. Why do you think I might have done that? Tell your mom or dad, whoever's watching this with you, why do you think that I made those U's pink and underlined? Because it looks pretty? No. What's our sound this week? Right? So I want you to see there's a lot of that sound in our passage. So if you come to a word and you see pink, you know you're going to say in the middle, okay? Also, the words that we just talked about on the last slide are all red. So you remember that we practiced them, and if you need some help with them, it's okay to ask. Okay? Ready to read with me? This story is called Russ and Muff. Here we go. Russ is a cub. He was in the tub with Muff. Russ and Muff like to hum in the tub. Muff and Russ got out of the tub. Muff got a cup. The cup had a nut in it. Russ and Muff want the nut. There's your word, they tug the cup. But Mom got the cup and the nut. Mom said, "Do not fuss." Great work. That was a lot. So I'm going to read it to you one more time. And this time you're going to listen for the ideas that we're reading about, okay? So you worked hard to figure out what all those sounds say together to make words and turn those words into sentences as you read. This time I want you to listen for the ideas and then we'll talk about some questions, okay? Russ and Muff. Russ is a cub. He was in the tub with Muff. Russ and Muff liked to hum in the tub. Muff and Russ got out of the tub. Muff got a cup. The cup had a nut in it. Russ and Muff want the nut. They tug the cup, but Mom got the cup and the nut. Mom said, "Do not fuss." Let's see. See if you can answer some questions about that story that I just read to you. We read that Russ is a cub. What kind of animal could he be? Talk about a cub. One came to my mind right away. Cub. How about a bear cub? Is that possible? Mhm. Here, let's try the next question. What do you think Russ and Muff were doing in the tub? Do you know what a tub is? It's a large container. Okay, we use that word in lots of different ways. When we were moving, we had a lot of our stuff in tubs that we could carry. My daughter gets a bath in the bathtub. She loves to jump in the tub. Sometimes we put things in smaller tubs to store them, like snacks or other things in your pantry. I think in this case, if the boys were in the tub together or the boy cubs were in the tub together, my guess is that it was a bathtub. Our story doesn't say that, but I could picture siblings getting in the bath together and mom having to kind of straighten things out. All right, one more thing, one more word I wanted to talk about in this story was fuss. At the end, mom told them, "Do not fuss." I bet your moms could say that to you too sometimes, especially if you have brothers or sisters at home. Do you know what it means to fuss? Let's look back for some clues in our story. Okay, let's see. Russ and Muff want the nut. They tug the cup. So they're pulling on it back and forth, right? But Mom got the cup and the nut. She had to take it away from them. And she said, "Do not fuss." Okay. So I think that that means that fuss might mean fighting over something, making a big deal. Your mom or dad might have had to tell you, "Okay, calm down. It's not a big deal. Take turns. Don't raise your voice." So fussing might be like fighting over it, getting all worked up, right? Don't fuss. Don't fuss. Parents like to say that. All right, you ready to build some words? Get your paper or your whiteboard so that we can get started. Okay, your paper should look like this. We only have 8 words today, so you can number to 8. I'm going to get started. So if you need more time to get your paper ready, and that's okay, you can go ahead and pause the video and then press play when you're ready. Okay? Ooh, back up. All right, here we go. You ready for your first word? The word is nut. Say it. Nut. Stretch it. Nut. Go ahead and write it. The next one is hut. Say it. Hut. Stretch it. A hut. Go ahead and write it. Okay. The next word is cut. Say it. Cut. Stretch it. A cut. Go ahead and write it. Think about what letter makes the k sound in cut. It's not K, it's the other one. All right. The next one is rut. Say it. Rut. Stretch it. A rut. Go ahead and write it. Okay. The next one is jut. Say it. Jut. Stretch it. A jut. Go ahead and write it. Okay, the next word, there are a couple of words that sound like this one and they're spelled in different ways. So I'll use it in a sentence for you, okay? All right, the word is but. And we're going to say, I'd like to play outside, but it is raining. Okay, so the way that we spell that one, but, b, t, 3 letters, 3 sounds and 3 letters. T. Okay, touch number 7. The word is gut. Say it, gut, stretch it. G, t, gut. Make sure that G, that lowercase g, the monkey tails go in the right way. I've seen friends try to make them backwards. Make sure it looks like a G, okay? And the last word, the challenge. You ready for it? I bet you can do it. The last word is shut. Say it, shut, stretch it. Sh, shut. Think about what 2 letters say sh, sh, Got it? If you need more time, you can pause the video. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and show the answers. There you go. Let's check. Touch number 1. Your word should say nut, N-U-T. Touch number 2. Your word should say hut, H-U-T. Touch number 3. Your word should say cut, C-U-T. Touch number 4. Your word should say rut, and it's spelled R-U-T. Touch number 5. Your word should say jut, J-U-T. Number 6. Your word should say but, B-U-T. Touch number 7. Your word should say gut, G-U-T. And touch number 8. That's the biggie. Let's do it. The word says shut, and it should be spelled S-H-U-T. Give yourself a big star. I'm sure you did awesome. Okay. Parents, if you have any questions or if part of this is challenging for your kid, please feel free to check in with us. We love hearing from our kids and from our families. So please feel free to contact us at any point. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, kindergarten.